Rick, from a coach's expectation point of view, coming off of a week and a bit for the break, is it first 2 or 3 shifts to get going, or is it even longer than that tomorrow night for both of these teams in Pittsburgh?
Both teams would be the same. We tried to simulate as much game action as we could today and yesterday. Just get the legs going, and it's probably going to be the first period before it irons itself out for both teams. Again, they've had the same practice time we've had yesterday and today, but again, you take that much time off. The most important thing is to get the legs going. Nothing else works if the legs aren't going. So we'll keep short shifts. We'll push high tempo. We'll push the puck north as fast as we can, just to get everyone into the game, just to get the legs going.
The 3 non-results just before the break, you know, all the guys and yourself mentioned there was a little bit of a slippage. So what kind of things are you looking for starting tomorrow night and then going forward, you know, once you get back into the full gear here?
Well, we just, all those games, we went into the third period with a chance to win them, every one of them. Even in Boston, we had 2 bad first periods, but we dominated the third. We just didn't score the goals. Same as in Toronto, we lost 1-0 in overtime. Plenty of opportunities to score. And against Toronto, again, it's 1-1 going into the third at home. So we played better than that record. So the big thing I'm looking for is for the puck to go in the net. And obviously with getting Mark back and getting Sean back in the lineup. And so you go through these spells where sometimes you're losing, you're playing poorly. We lost because we didn't score goals. You got to identify why you lost the games. And we weren't dissatisfied with totally, other than the 2 periods in Boston with our game. The biggest disappointment was the puck didn't go in the net for us.
So that would be the biggest difference then between, say, and I know nobody wants to talk about last season, but, you know, for that little mini skid, that would be the biggest difference. It was simply not scoring goals, but still playing the right way then for the most part.
For the most part, yes. Again, the teams we played were really good teams. And I'm not just, other than the 2 periods in Boston that we keep going back to, we weren't very good, and we'll admit that. But other than that, we played our game, and we created opportunities, and sometimes you got to give the goaltender on the other team some credit.
Was moving today. It just seems like he's back. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like it took a couple games to kind of get back to speed or whatever.
First game he came back, remember, got the empty net, and okay, he's back. But it's never that easy. It's not. You miss that much time. It takes a while, and sometimes it takes 5 to 10 games. And Gabe's missed a lot of time. Mark has now missed those games. So we've got to temper our expectations and give them a chance to get their legs going and get their timing back and get their reads back and get the chemistry back on the line. So, but it's nice to see the jump that he has in his legs for sure.
You've had 2 days with Sean now. How was he kind of fitting in? I mean,
yeah, well, you just watch players. We do as many line rushes as we could for 2 days. Do they know when and where to put the puck on it when they're making a play? And if you watch Sean in these drills, he was hanging on to it, and he was putting, and I was talking to Nick about this actually, that he just knows where to put the puck where the defender can't get it, but the receiver has the best opportunity to get it. Now there's pace involved with the pass, and there's placement involved with the pass. How hard you want to pass it, how soft, and where are you putting it so that he can get it. And I was very impressed with his ability to pass the puck.
Pretty good net front presence too. Good on tips and that.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Listen, he's an experienced guy. He's played a lot of games. Played a lot of years for a young man. He's only 29, but yeah, he knows how to play the game the right way. So he's a perfect fit for us.
Would him being on that line, Rick, maybe result in the ability to be able to play Cole and Nick a little bit more 5-on-5?
Well, you know, again, there's only so many minutes out there, right? Mark's line's going to play. Adam's line has been a dominant line. You've got to give your fourth line some ice time. So the minutes, again, you guys always look at minutes, and I always look at total shifts. And because there's a difference, because some guys take long shifts, some guys take short shifts. The shift totals are what's important to me, and yes, they have to be able to play as many shifts or very close to it, depending on specialty teams with the other 2 lines. So the minutes may vary, but the shift totals have to be very, very close.
Right, and what should those shift totals look like, Rick?
Well, anyway, again, it all depends on the specialty teams.
Right, yeah, but if the game's going as you
plan. You're looking at anywhere around 18 to 20 shifts.
Okay.
Those qualities that you just described about Sean, like the placement of pucks and passes and the pace of it, how similar is that to what Vladdy was doing with Cole and Nikolai?
Yeah, Vladdy has that feel too as well. You see some guys, they get it and it's too hard, or it's too behind them, or it's ahead of them, and it just disrupts the flow of the line rush. So Vladdy has that ability as well.
So you see potential. That could be a pretty quick building of chemistry between those three then.
We're hoping so.
Brenden, feel all right after?
Yeah, it's good to go. They're all good to go.
It's good to go.
Yep.